Hey friends, I just wanted to drop in and show you that I got some happy mail today and I'm excited to open it up. It is from a vendor who has an Etsy shop. You can find her website at hibernateandcreate.com. Anyhow, I wanted to unveil what she sent me because look how cute it is. I decided that this would be a little pick-me-up gift to myself because some of you might know this about me. Right now I'm not wearing any earrings, and when you see me out and about, I usually have one dangle earring and one stud, and I tell people the reason why is because the stud ear is the dud ear. And a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with something called sudden sensory neuro single-sided hearing loss. It's abbreviated as SSNHL. That's what it's abbreviated as SSNHL. In any event, I'm not the only one with it, and I only hear then out of this ear. Certain sounds get picked up in the other, but it used to get really frustrating for me because I would have to strategically place myself in a conversation and always look to one side, and people would whisper in this ear and I would hear nothing. So I decided to sort of signal to people. This was my own special way of doing it by wearing the stud as a dud and a dangle in the other. And when I came across these, and they were all so colorful. I love all the colors of the rainbow. And I asked her, hey, would you sell me a set of your dangles and your studs? I only need one of each. And she said, yes, I'd be happy to custom design and sell you one of those. So I had to snag those right up, and I'm so excited about getting these in the mail because now I'll have a rainbow stud for my dud and a dangle for the other one. And all that to say that I had another idea while I was up brushing my teeth this morning and wanted to share this with you, more so than the single-sided hearing loss. I also have something called tinnitus. Other people might say it tinnitus, but it's this constant ringing in the dud ear, and it never goes away. And I got to tell you, when I first started to experience it, I could think of nothing else except the tinnitus. And it changes pitch and sound and volume and frequency. So one day you hear your heart rate pulsating in your ear, and the next day it's like a shrieking fire alarm going off. And so the other morning I was up brushing my teeth, and it's when you first really notice it is in the morning, and you think, oh, listen to that sound in my ear. Am I ever going to be able to forget about it? And I thought, perfect opportunity, Lori, to get restarted in your thinking, because would you believe this? There are actually therapists out there in the world whose services are specialized for people to overcome tinnitus because it's such a big thing mentally. It's a stumbling block, and your brain can be retrained to bounce off of it, to get restarted, because there's no cure for it. The only solution is to retrain the brain to not pay attention to what's going on. And so the sound is always going to be there. It's just how you cope with it. And I thought, well, isn't that the same thing as what I try to help my clients do with life coaching? In this whole notion of getting restarted that I keep talking about is just like that. You have a tendency to think a certain way and to believe the things that you believe, right? You come against all these triggers that cause you to get all bunched up on the inside, right? Maybe when you feel ignored or unheard, maybe when you feel like, oh, there I go, I can't be honest with this person, or I feel so powerless, or why do they always want to control me, or why do I always have to be the bad guy? Or maybe you're one of those people that hates to feel disrespected or being accused of something wrongly. I'm always the one who's being blamed, right? Well, these are kind of the programmed thoughts that go through our minds when we're just in default mode, right? But we don't have to stay stuck in all of those thoughts that aren't helping us. we can get restarted. We can retrain our brains to bounce away from those natural thoughts and our natural tendencies and to get restarted into thinking new thoughts. And so this is what came to me while I was sitting there starting to pay attention to my tinnitus, feeling bad about it. It was like, no, I had to start the self-talk. Lori, you do not need to pay attention to the noise in your ear. Start thinking about other things. What else can you hear in the environment around you? We are not going to start a day feeling sorry for ourselves about the tinnitus. So I just wanted to share with you about how some of those little shifts in thinking actually can help us in so many different facets of our life. Somebody else I read said that you can't change your mind, or you can't change your life until you change your mind. And it's so true, friends. I want you to know that no matter where you find yourself today, no matter if you think that you're the Debbie Downer who always is a negative thinker and it's just the way you are and it can't be changed, or that circumstances are happening to you outside of your control and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it, it's just not true. You can wash your thoughts, you can get restarted, and you can realize that people don't have that kind of power over you. People can say things to you. Maybe it's not your first choice to want to hear those things, but guess what? The way you respond is entirely up to you. You do not have to let somebody cause you to feel bad. It's all up to you and how you want to choose to let it in or how to bounce off of it, deflect it, and think a new thought that's going to help you get restarted. And so I'm going to wear these earrings around and remind myself that even though I have a stud ear that's a dud ear, and there's noises in there that I can't stop, I can choose to look elsewhere. I can create new neural pathways in my brain that will cause me to have more positive feelings and respond in a way that's more helpful and not harmful. And you can do the same, friends. So let's start changing our minds to change our lives. Let's get restarted. And I want to help you do that. Hop on a free clarity call with me. It doesn't matter what you're struggling with. I will create the space for you to come and tell me what's feeling good, what's not feeling good, and what you'd like to see doing differently moving forward, and we can get restarted helping you wash your thoughts. All right, I hope that that's encouraged you, and I hope that you'll check out my friend and her shop on Etsy called Hibernate and Create. I'll talk to you soon. I'll be the one in one dangle and one stud.